In the miracle of life, every heartbeat is a victory, but sometimes the greatest battles are fought unseen. In the blood, in the womb, within the delicate balance between mother and child. Rhesus isoimmunization, an immune conflict born not of malice, but of biology. A mother's body designed to nurture, mistakenly turning against the life it carries. This is the story of silent warriors, antibodies, and their unintended victims. But it's also a story of scientific triumph, of lives saved through understanding, and of a future safeguarded by a simple injection. Every pregnancy is a promise, a journey where nature delicately shapes the miracle of life. Within the womb, an unborn child grows, shielded, nurtured, protected. But sometimes nature writes a different script. A hidden conflict begins, silent, invisible, and deadly. This is the story of Rhesus isoimmunization, when a mother's immune system becomes a soldier, and her child, the unintended target. Before the 1960s, thousands of newborns died mysteriously, their skin yellow, their bodies swollen, their cries weak or silent. Doctors struggled to understand why. The answer lay in the blood, specifically in a blood group called the Rhesus factor. The Rhesus factor, a tiny protein found on red blood cells, would change the fate of generations. For Rhesus-negative mothers carrying Rhesus-positive babies, a dangerous biological misunderstanding could turn love into loss. Today, Rhesus isoimmunization is preventable, but in many corners of the world, it still claims lives. This is the journey to understand why and how science fought back. To understand Rhesus isoimmunization, we must journey into the most fundamental element of life: blood. Blood is classified based on the presence or absence of specific proteins called antigens on the surface of red blood cells. The most well-known system is the ABO blood group. But there is another system, less known but just as vital, the Rhesus system. Named after the Rhesus monkey, in which it was first discovered. The Rh system determines whether your blood is positive or negative. Most people are Rh positive, but for those who are Rh negative, this missing antigen sets the stage for a possible immune conflict, especially during pregnancy. If an Rh negative woman conceives a child with an Rh positive partner, there's a strong chance the baby will inherit the Rh positive trait. To the mother's immune system, these unfamiliar Rh positive cells may be seen as invaders. And if even a few fetal red cells cross into her bloodstream, the immune system may begin to produce antibodies. At first, there's little danger. The immune response is slow, uncertain, but the body remembers. And in future pregnancies, the response is rapid and ruthless. The Rh factor is like a name tag. If the immune system sees a tag it doesn't recognize, it launches an attack. In a second Rh-positive pregnancy, the mother's antibodies can destroy the fetus's red blood cells. This is Rhesus isoimmunization. This reaction is fatal to the baby in the womb, and the resultant effect is most commonly recurrent miscarriages. If it occurs early in pregnancy or birth of a very sick, swollen baby, which may eventually die if it starts late in pregnancy. The science of blood types reveals how a tiny protein can divide harmony from destruction. And now, we follow the path from peaceful beginnings to the clash of cells that threatens life itself. In our next video, we shall be discussing the approach to prevention of this unforgiving yet avoidable condition. Stay tuned.